Okay. Recording. Hello. Now I just need to share my screen.
Awesome.
And
Tell me when you're ready. Oh,
there we go.
okay. Okay, I'll start now. Alrighty, hello, this is going to be our presentation on ethics. We are group 3. My name is Sarah, and in the group we also have Bo, Samuel, and Ji-chan. Okay, so what are ethics? Ethics are the rules we use to lead our lives. Ethics are defined differently by all and usually are influenced by our past experiences. Though for some people, specific ethics may vary, most of our ethics follow a societal code. For example, most people have ethical principles regarding the fact that it is wrong to commit murder. Ethics can vary when it comes to more personal topics. For example, some may consider it unethical to not have children, while others may see it as voluntary. Factors which can cause these disagreements can be the result of religious beliefs or different upbringings. By living by our ethical code, we may live a life with minimal regret and a clear conscience.
What does it mean to have an ethical mind? An ethical mentality is being conscious of one's influence on others and the world, as well as making decisions that are compatible with one's beliefs and ideals. This necessitates the capacity to perceive and manage ethical quandaries, as well as desire to accept responsibility for one's acts and repercussions of those actions. And there's three aspects to this. There's empathy, fairness, and constructive difference. So first, empathy is a critical component of an ethical mind because it allows individuals to put themselves in the shoes of others and appreciate the impact of the others on other stakeholders. Individuals can build a greater understanding of other viewpoints and interests through fostering empathy and then make judgments that take these elements into account. Another key trait is fairness. This entails treating people fairly and impartially, regardless of their origin, status, or allegiance. Fairness also includes a willingness to preserve ethical ideals in the face of pressure or disagreements. Finally, we have constructive difference. This entails being obligated to contribute to the common good and strive towards a more equitable and sustainable society. It also necessitates a desire to engage in constructive discourse and action, as well as takes actions towards achieving one's objectives and ideals. Individuals may build a better world for themselves and others by valuing empathy, justice, and dedication to having a good effect.
So, some key summary ideas from the article. So basically in the article, Gardner explores the concept of ethical behavior and argues that it is a fundamental aspect of human intelligence. He believes that the development of an ethical mind is essential for individuals to lead fulfilling and responsible lives and for societies to function properly. According to Gardner, the ethical mind is one of several types of intelligence that are essential for success in life. He defines ethical intelligence as the ability to recognize, understand, and reason about issues of right and wrong in human conduct. This includes the ability to empathize with others, to make ethical judgments, and to act in accordance with moral principles. Another thing that is stated in the article is that Gardner argues that the development of an ethical mind begins in childhood. As parents and educators model ethical behavior and provide opportunities for children to develop moral reasoning skills. However, he also emphasizes that ethical behavior is not innate and that it must be actively cultivated throughout one's life. The last point was that Gardner also explores the role of culture in shaping an ethical behavior. He noted that different cultures have different moral codes and that individuals must be able to navigate and understand these codes in order to behave ethically in a multicultural society. He also emphasizes the importance of moral leadership, but in individuals and into institutions, in promoting ethical behavior. However, overall, Gardner argues that the ethical mind is an essential aspect of human intelligence and that it must actively be cultivated and nurtured in order for individuals and societies to thrive.
Here's an example of a positive ethics individual in the world today. The positive ethics of Malala Yousafzai are grounded in her belief that education is a basic human right that should be available to everyone, regardless of their gender, ethnicity, or socioeconomic status, Malala has dedicated her life to advocating for girls' education and women's rights, using her voice to raise awareness of importance of education and the need to empower the girls and women. Malala's advocacy work is based on the principle of justice, equity, and human dignity. Believes every background should have access to education and the opportunity to reach their full potential. Malala's activism is characterized by her courage and determination in the face of adversity, as well as her commitment to non-violent activism and dialogue. Malala's positive ethics are reflected in the work of Malala Fund, a nonprofit organization that advocates for girls' education worldwide. The fund works to provide access to education and resources for girls in developing countries, where gender inequity and the lack of access to education are significant issue. Malala has also used her platform to speak out on other important social issues, including refugee rights, climate change, and gender equality. Malala's ethical stance has inspired people around the world to take action on issues related to education, human rights, and social justice. She is a role model for young people, especially girls, who are inspired by her courage and determination to make the world a better place. Malala's positive ethics are a reminder that every individual has the power to create positive change in the world, and that by working together, we can build a more just equitable society. And next one is an example of a negative or poor ethics individual in the world today. The unethical behavior of Harvey Weinstein was characterized by a pattern of sexual harassment, abuse of power, and manipulation. Weinstein used her position in the film industry to conquer and intimidate women into sexual encounters, using promise of career advancement, threat, and other form of manipulation to pressure women into silence and submission. Numerous women have come forward with an allegation of sexual misconduct against Weinstein, including harassment, assault, and rape. Weinstein's behavior create a culture of fear and intimidation in the entertainment industry, where many women felt they had to tolerate harassment and abuse that advance their career. Weinstein's action not only harmed his victim, but also perpetuate a culture of misogyny and abuse in the film industry and beyond. Weinstein's unethical behavior extend beyond his treatment of women. He was known for his aggressive and demanding behavior on film set and was notorious for his temper and his willingness to bully and berate his employees. Weinstein's action not only harmed the individuals he targeted, but also created a toxic working environment that was harmful to everyone involved. Weinstein's case was a watershed moment into the Me Too movement, which highlighted the pervasiveness of sexual harassment and assault in the entertainment industry and beyond. The case led to a broader conversation about power dynamics, constant and accountability, and underscored in the importance of creating culture that values respect, dignity, and safety for all individuals.
Examples of how to develop an ethical mind. So there's 5. First, we have reflect on your own values and beliefs. Take some time to think about what's important to you and what you believe in. This will assist you in identifying your personal ethics and values, which will influence your decision-making and conduct. Then we have practice empathy. Put yourself in the shoes of others and attempt to comprehend their points of view and experiences. This can aid in the development of a more profound sense of empathy and compassion, which can influence your interactions and decisions. Third, seek out diversity perspectives. Engage with individuals from other origins and cultures to extend your perspective and develop a greater understanding of various points of view. This can assist you in developing a more comprehensive knowledge of ethical concerns and making better judgments. Fourth, you have to educate yourself. Keep up to date on ethical problems and concerns in your neighborhood and throughout the world. This can assist you in staying current on critical ethical concerns and making better informed judgments. At last, we have engaged in ethical decision making. Make ethical judgments in both your personal and professional life. Consider the influence of your actions on people and the world, and carefully assess the potential repercussions before acting.
All right. So in summary and what we learned, in summary, by living by our own personal ethics, we can maintain our integrity and benefit society as a whole. While living an ethical life can be hard sometimes in today's society, the overall rewards are worth it. In the workplace, we may run into some sticky situations, which can be easily fixed by compromising our ethics. If we do this, we run the risk of facing dire consequences. As a team, we put our ethics to practice by creating this project. Instead of putting the assignment off to the last minute, we all got our work done in a timely manner. By not procrastinating, we practice the ethical belief of kindness to reduce the stress on those around us. In addition, we applied the ethic of honesty to communicate effectively about where we were struggling on the project. We practiced compassion by helping each other out with everybody's portion of the work. We feel committed to applying these lessons about ethics to our daily lives. Okay, and then we went ahead and cited the article. That's going to be the end of our presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so good, guys. Is it over?